Well, winter's here, guys, and that means one thing. If you're like me, winter backpacking and winter camping season. I know what you're probably thinking. You know, some of you guys probably are on my same level. You know, when it gets cold outside, you bundle up and it's the perfect time to go camping. You know, maybe the rest of you guys are thinking, you know, are you crazy or are you stupid? Well, I'm here to tell you tips that I use to make sure I stay warm while I'm backpacking and camping in the winter. So really the first thing about any layering system, doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're fishing, backpacking, camping, really anytime it's cold outside, the number one thing is layers. Multiple layers, something that's you know, easy to take off, easy to put back on, nice and quick, and also keeps you warm. Of course, the first step of any good layering system starts with your base layer. So generally I always wear one of my moisture wicking hiking shirts with a long sleeve like this, either my sun hoodie or just something like this is more like a fishing shirt, just something that wicks moisture really well. Doesn't necessarily keep you super warm, but it is a good layer. It's super important to have your first layer, your base layer, be something moisture wicking. So again, top half of my body always got some moisture wicking, just hiking clothes, stuff I'll wear in the summer. Really good base layer. Generally when I'm hiking and, you know, doing a lot of physical activity, this is the only thing I'm wearing because it's keeping me warm enough, as well as my body temp just being up from hiking. So my base layer for my lower half, as always, I just have some moisture wicking Under Armour tights. Again, this is something I'll wear more 3-season, more at nighttime, but during the day I'll wear these as a base layer while I'm hiking. When it's nice and cold outside on my feet, I'm always wearing some sort of merino wool sock liners. I like the Injinji with the toes, and also wear a pair of Darn Toughs. Doesn't matter the weather for me, I'm always hiking in my Ultra Lone Peaks. There I got my Darn Toughs, and underneath there I'll have a pair of sock liners, specifically the ones with the toes from Injinji. Mid layers. On top of your base layer, you know, that's really something that I look for to keep me warm. If it's really cold outside and I'm hiking, I need that extra little bit, I'll throw on my mid layer. It's my favorite mid layer for my upper half is the Decathlon. I think it's just like called hiking fleece, something like that. It's pretty lightweight. It does a really good job of keeping you warm though. This is perfect to throw on when you're taking a break, maybe filling up on some water, or like I mentioned, if it's really cold out and you're hiking and you know your body temp's maybe just not enough, throw on your mid layer. You can take it on and off in about 3 seconds, slip it in the outside of your pack, and you're good to go, nice and warm. So for my mid layer on my lower half, I usually wear some just lightweight sweats. I like something that generally hugs my legs a little bit. I think these are just like some really cheap Russell sweats from Walmart or something like that. They're nice and, you know, really easy to take on and off. Generally, I'll hike with these as well. Unless I get really warm, then I'll only hike in the tights. But generally, I'm wearing these. For those extra long breaks, when it's really cold outside, especially when you get to camp, getting ready to set up your shelter, you know, you're getting ready to relax for the day, maybe make a little bit of dinner, you're going to need your outer layer. Or a lot of people just wear a puffy jacket, call them puffy jackets. So again, the puffy layer that I wear, if you've seen any of my gear videos, you'll know it's just a Decathlon 4 Claws. This is a down puffy jacket, super cheap. I'm really impressed with the quality of it. It fits nice and well. It even has like cuff extenders, if you will, to kind of go just above your wrist a little bit. Sometimes it drives me crazy, but most of the time it's a nice feature. I really enjoy it. Link for all this stuff will be in the description. I don't get paid anything for that. Sticking on the Decathlon train, for my outer layer, I just have, they're like fleece tights, something super simple to just throw on the outside of your sweats. Keeps you blistering warm at the end of the night. It's really good for you know, kind of improving your like R value or your temperature rating on your sleep system. Throw on a pair of these, and you, at least for me, I'm a very warm sleeper, and it definitely boosts that a couple degrees. And for my feet, since I'm always hiking in trail runners, obviously they're super breathable, dry really fast. Best hiking shoe for summer by far. In winter, a hiking boot, like a waterproof boot, would probably be best. I just like my my trail runners, and I usually don't do any hiking, camping, backpacking, anything that's like less than 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and that usually keeps me pretty good. But If I need an extra layer, I just have a wool pair of socks. These are just like some gas station wool socks. They're not super high quality, but they do a real good job at keeping you warm. So a few different options you have when you're dealing with an outer layer or a puffy jacket. Like I mentioned, this one is down. The problem with down, if it gets wet, if you're sweating in it, if it's raining, anything like that, it's gonna lose all of its insulating value. So definitely bear that in mind when you're shopping for an outer layer. Like I mentioned, down, perfect. Really good for keeping you warm. It's really light, super packable. However, it's not the best if you're dealing with a lot of humidity, if you think it's gonna be raining or anything like that, or if you sweat a lot and you're not properly layered and you're getting a lot of sweat in here, it's just bad business. So one solution for that though, since I do like my down jacket, especially for when I'm camping, backpacking, need it to pack down really small, a good option for that is just an outer shell. Another key point of your layering system, you're always going to want some sort of outer shell. This is just my Frog Togs rain jacket. It's just like an ultralight rain jacket, really good for the summer. It's really lightweight. It doesn't really add too much warmth, but I'd like to imagine it does trap a little bit of warmth in there. The thing is, it's not breathable at all, so only throw this on if you're really cold, or maybe again you need to like improve some of your temperature rating for your sleep system. Throw on that outer layer. And finally, for your hands, I generally wear some of these work gloves. Not really good at keeping you warm, but they are really good for, I guess, helping your hands warm up a little bit quicker when you start hiking. When you get to the camp at the end of the day, let's be real, you need a pot holder for when you're cooking. These do good for that. They also keep you just a little bit warmer than not wearing them. And always throw them in your pockets. They'll warm it up real quick, under your armpits, classic trick. These different layering systems, fine tune it for yourself. Do you want a synthetic jacket? Rock one of those. If you want a different mid layer, merino wool stuff, really good. This is just like polyester fleece, can't go wrong. Base layer, merino wool, again, perfect. I just have like more, I don't even know what this is, just like an outdoor fabric type thing. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever keeps you warm. But the biggest thing is, make sure you're properly layering, or else you might sweat too much, ruin some insulation value, and guess what? It'll make you way colder. No matter what your system is, if you're sweating, you're going to be colder, and that's just a fact. All right, guys, thanks for checking out this video. Let me know, what's your favorite layering system for backpacking? I rock 4 layers, 5 if you got an outer shell. Works for me. What works for you? Leave me a like and a comment below. Do you like winter backpacking? Do you want to try it if you had a good layering system? Let me know. If you like this video, guys, remember to subscribe, and always, we'll see you next time.